Ahoy there, my friendly friends. I want to remind you of something, okay? If you came here in the bull market of 2021, I know a lot of people did, okay? An overwhelming majority, which has surprised me, right? But that's how it is, right? We all buy the tops, okay? So this is how people come in. So when it comes to coming into the last cycle, there were things that were going on that you don't know were going on. And if you look deep enough, you go back to a lot of the influences that you and I were watching, and you listen very carefully, those influencers will sometimes slip up the truth with how they made their money, okay? Now, none of them did what I did to win. None of them bought the low, held, and exited. None of them, okay? None of them were able to make their winnings through the public markets. Of course, maybe some of them were, but majority weren't. In fact, a lot of them just flat out tell you, listen to their streams, friends. They shilled. They got coins for free. They got ICO access. They don't tell you and me about it. And then they dump. They tell you it's going higher and they get out. Now, when I knew of this at the start. I go, well, I guess there's always scum everywhere. I'm sure they do this in stocks and Forex and all these games, friends. But when it comes to this game, I was shocked by how prevalent the hodl meme was. Buy, diamond hands, all of these. I was very shocked because Bitcoin has a history of rewarding everybody who just held and held and held. So I thought naturally, with such an obvious and clear chart of Bitcoin doing that, I thought people, after seeing a big chart like this that just went up and to the right over time, I thought most of those people in the industry, because they're smiling with us and laughing at us, I thought, you know what? They're probably playing the same game too. Very wrong. They weren't playing that game. They were playing the game that I said. There were so many coins. It was discovered in 2022 during the anger phase of the market. It's actually interesting, right? If we go back and look at the Wall Street cheat sheet, this is fascinating, right? So right here was anger phase, friends. This was anger phase of Bitcoin and everything else. And during this time, a lot of bad things came out. So, I'm not going to bother going through the names, but look, at the end of the day, look, do the names even really matter? Wall Street cheat sheet, right? This anger phase. These people, who shorted the market? Why did the government allow this to happen? In crypto, it's which one of those influencers was dumping the whole time? Okay, which one of them? Find them. That's exactly what was going on. Now, it's a dirty game because you end up discovering, friends, and look, I tried to warn people as I figured it out in the late stages of 2020, so before even 2021 began. I figured it out, but I learned they've all got block buttons. You can't actually tell anybody. You don't have a voice. You can't warn anybody. And your messages, guess what? Maybe 100 people or 1,000 people see them, and then because there's activity and there's new news events and there's entertainment shows like every day, you lose track of it. And people lose track of it and then they forget. Some people remember, but many people forget. So it became very tough. And I remember seeing, just got myself, I got blocked, I got muted, I got my YouTube channel, I was just commenting on my personal account. That kept getting reported, right? I was trying to warn people. And so all I could do was, this is before I even came on to YouTube public space, I would go to, and I realized what influencers would do is they would only check the top comment. And they would only check the front comments for most comments because they're getting so many comments. So what I would do is I would try to help people by replying to them. So I wasn't trying to tell people, hey, everybody, warning about this scum influencer. They got given this token, etc. I went and asked the team. They weren't allowing those comments to be posted. They just auto block you, delete you, and then accuse you for telling the truth. So, but I noticed that because they're making so many videos and they're just so caught up in scamming, I would reply to them. And in the reply section, that's when I'll tell them, hey man, you're about to get scammed, this and that. But guess what, man? Out of every 10 people, 9 kept sucking off the influencer. Boy, I bet they wish they freaking did that. They didn't do that because they came back now and there's nothing to show for it. Where are you? You're all gone. All of you are gone. You should listen to me. But who am I? Just a peanut brain replying to you in the internet, right? So it was tough, friends. So there were influencers out there. Once again, I'm just not gonna name names. There's a lot of venom that could be thrown around. These people are freaking scum. Okay, they're really scum. They're abusing you. They're abusing the people. I'm a man of the people. They hurt me. Okay, I got hurt with you. I know what they do. They did things like launch pads, other ICOs, many coin projects. They give them the ICO. They get to buy it at like 1 cent. And then when it launches at 14 cents. But what the influencers tell you is, man, I could see this thing going way above $1. It could be a 10x from here, right? But what you don't know is they're already up there 10x. So what they do is they dump 80% and then they leave their moon bag. Okay, remember these people, they are subhuman filth, cockroach scum. And so they have to look at themselves in the mirror every day and they have to pretend like they are doing good for this world. So what they'll do is, okay, they've dumped most of it. They'll leave like 10 to 20%. So then they can tell their audience, I still have it. I still have it. Oh yeah, I still own it. But it's very disingenuous, isn't it? Because, you know, they were given a like 10 grand allocation, went up to 140 grand. They peeled off 120,000, dumping on you. Now they've only got their little 20K they don't care about, okay? And so they get to tell you, and because, oh, technically I'm telling the truth. Yeah, I still own it. Yeah, I still own it, right? Very sad, right? Very sad. A lot of these people, they're friends, they're scum. They're using you, okay? That's why I'm here to tell you, if I get an ICO, if I can participate in anything, I'm telling you right now, we can lose. You do lottery ticket. But what I'm doing is I'm helping you. I'm just saying, hey, I am in at this price, okay? I'm getting in with you. This can go to zero. And let you know, I don't want to hear about this. Don't bug me about it. Don't ask me questions about it. Forget about it, man. You're going to need like a year anyway. When's the time to sell? I don't know, Bitcoin $80,000 or $100,000. Yeah, give it 12, 15, 18 months. I don't want to hear about it. Okay, I literally don't want to hear about it. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to just think about it. Just leave it alone. That's the attitude you got to have. As soon as you start digging in deep and investigating this stuff, you think you're doing yourself a favor, but you're actually not. The crowd will surprise you with the stupid stuff they'll do in the bull market when things will start going up, and you'll fudge yourself out of bags. Like, you know how hard it is, for example, with ChainLink and PulseChain and looking at all these other coins, how hard it is to like sift through all the FUD and realize, oh my God, there's core fundamentals here. There's a cult, there's growing adoption. The buggies have chosen ChainLink, all these things, right? You can't do this for like 30 new coins that you've just decided to like dip your toes in, okay? It's too much, right? And you just got to believe that, hey, it's cycle one, coin's going to keep going up. So that's my pledge to you, the people. If I get a price, I'll tell you. So, okay, hey, I'm getting in. This is my price. Or maybe you guys get like 20% higher and that's it. I'm not getting out. See you at the bull market unless we get euphoric somewhere, and I'll let you know, okay? For these other people, they don't do it. These influencers don't do that, friends, because they need exit liquidity, okay? It's not just a meme. It's true. When they have 200,000 people, friends, you don't know what, do you want to know what I was doing in 2020 and 2021? You know, all the famous influencers, all the crypto influencers, I had them on bell notifications for YouTube. Okay, I still do because I watch them. But what I was doing is, as soon as their video would come up, I'd click it. And all of us would quickly scroll. What coin are they mentioning? And I'll try to find the coin, see if you can quickly go buy it. And people around the world would get it like 30 seconds before me. Just 30 seconds. And that was enough. The coin would already be up 120%. 120%, 240%, or plus 80% every single time. I'm sure you've been around the industry. You know exactly who all of them are. They're all the famous ones, friends. All the famous ones. They'd mention a coin name. It's to start going up. And that was just a sign of the times, the bull market, right? Now, see, they basically never lose, right? You know, they put in one Bitcoin and then it doubles up. They get out their one Bitcoin value worth, and then they just leave the rest to go, oh, sweet, this is basically a free ride. So, or they could do even more than that, right? So this is actually what was happening. And they would never tell you they're in the ICO, or, you know, they got insider access. And here's the thing. I only was able to discover these. So, you know, one of my friends asked me, like, how'd you find out these, or this guy or she was doing it? How did you know? Well, I went into their Discords and Telegrams speaking to the teams saying, hey, I really like your project and I want to get in. Now, here's the thing. I had no Twitter following. I had no YouTube, nothing. right? I just wanted, again, I really like it. I really want to support you guys. And I would look through, and what I noticed was there's a common theme. You see, the projects that I went to who gave me the response of, sorry, you have nothing to offer us, those were the coins that those influencers coincidentally all were a part of. Okay, I remember there's one coin like Bondly, all these other trash coins. There's so many friends. I just completely forgot their names, but all these names, and I was angry because I realized they're scamming everyone. Okay, I was like, these guys, friends, they're not dealing with small money. Okay, they're not given like $2,000 allocation. No, they're getting 20K to 50K allocation clips. That's how they get in this ICO. That's what they do. And then they commit to like some partnership. Like, I'll commit to talking to you and support you for the next 12 months as part of the package. All right. They don't tell you and I that they got in. They don't. Okay. And then it ends up in their newsletters and their papers, and they start talking about the streams as they mention it here and there. Okay. It's soft. It is soft. It's like, friends, they know. See with me, this is why, okay, you love watch my channel. When I give you a topic, we go 100% hard on this topic, okay? We don't do this flirting with like 30 different things because there's influencers, friends. Whether it's intentional or not, they do something very sneaky, okay? What they do is, you know, that team or that project, they say, hey, give us an ICO access, right? I'm not going to tell anyone. We'll keep it private. We'll sign an NDA, whatever it is. I get the ICO access, and I will commit to you a showing of support, which is like a continual support over like 6 months. And what will happen is, like every few episodes, they'll be like, hey guys, have you seen this thing? That's like, oh yeah, it's doing actually pretty good for the day. It's very soft. They go, oh, this thing's actually up, or it's not moving though. I think it can get to $1 one day maybe. Like they do very, very sly things like that, and they move on. And see, I didn't know what was going on at the time. I'm listening to them all thinking, oh wow, look at this coin. I'm looking at it, I'm like, it doesn't look like it's a good buy. I'm not going to touch it. The inflation looks pretty trash. And then after you like go through, dig all the research, I'm going through the Discords, and I'm frustrated. I'm like, man, give me an ICO access, man. I'm trying to make money. That's how you make money, right? In the industry, trying to get ICO access. This was like 2020, all right? And they wouldn't give it to me, right? They would always have different words, like, you can't offer us something, or you don't have a platform for partnership, blah, blah, blah. And I remember doing that, and I went so angry, friends. So I wasn't using Twitter much back then. I wasn't using it at all. I would just go around to all these telegrams, these public telegrams, and I would say, these teams are scum. They're going to dump on us. They've given it to this influencer. He's got a special deal, and he's going to shill it on the show. You watch. And it's the thing. I mean, it's public telegrams because we didn't know much back then. There was no voice. There was no channel. There was no focus. Now we can actually do some damage. Now we have a proper megaphone. Now everyone can actually see this unified message, and it's presented, and you can actually see it. But these are the memories I'm reliving. I'm like, man, what a dirty industry. I'm like, oh yeah. Like once you know this, friend, and then you go back, you watch them, you're like, you are a filthy snake. You've been talking about HODL, Bitcoin and Ethereum targets so high, and doing all these, we're all going to make so much money. And little do the poor innocent people watching know that the only way you're making money is because you got given ICO prices that you don't talk about. You're not allowed to talk about it, so you can dump on everybody else, okay? You get it at 1 cent. It opens at 14 cents. You get out. You tell everyone it's going all $1, and that's what they do. And they keep a bit. They go, Golly G, I still own some. Yes, I still have some in my portfolio. Liars, friends. Kazeb, that's what we say, okay? They're all kazeb. They keep only like 10%, right? 10%. They've already made their money. So now that you know the truth of the crypto industry, okay, exposed, how are we going to win? Well, there's a lot of scammers, man. There's a lot of scammers, a lot of grifters, even whole teams commit to scamming. So all I can do is just tell you, I am buying coffin emojis, okay? They gave me a coffin emoji to ChainLink. I'll take it off you. Thank you very much. They're giving a coffin emoji to DeFi, such as Hex, PulseChain, and PulseX. I'll take it off your hands. Thank you very much. They've given the same coffin emoji to Uni, RV, Synthetics, whatever. So you can buy them if you want. I just want the cult. Okay, I just like the cult in PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex. You can buy them. What's part of my strategy? Another part of strategy, friends. I'm going to try get ICOs, okay? Now, with those ICOs, it's going to be tough because I am not going to be doing promotions for anyone. No. I'm not going to be going out here saying, guys, this coin will change your life. Like, no, I'm not doing that. It's what I'm saying is, hey friends, I have an opportunity for you. I am getting in at this price. All right. And if the team, if they want to compensate me, pay me in nothing, don't give me the tokens. Okay. That's maybe that's how they do it. Give you some sort of incentive or bonus, or maybe if it's capped, friends, I'll just do some sort of giveaway, whatever it is. Okay. But don't even get too hung up on it because I don't really trust them. Okay. It is so rare. Okay. Because, you know, like, firstly, a lot of these things I've seen, I don't even open up these messages, but what I've seen out there, you got to download their files. I'm like, get out of here. That's how they Trojan horse you, by the way. 99% of these promotion things, they're just getting people to click on files to download and basically just steal your MetaMask. Okay, it's super, super dangerous. And we all know crypto freaking everything like goes to zero every second day anyway. Okay, so that's the super hard part. So if I get access to that, we can do that. But I can also tell you, for non-US citizens, I am in paid. Okay, don't buy paid. It's up 25x. I've said it 4,000 times. Don't buy it. I'm just telling you. I don't know what projects are coming in next. No one really does because we're waiting for the crypto bull market to really kick on the way. But I am participating in them actively. And that's all I can tell you. I'm just being honest with you. Just sharing with you. Yes, I roll every single project to compete in the ICO launchpad. And I'm telling you right now, I haven't seen any of the projects, but most likely I'm not going to be talking to you about them because you can't get the price. You know what I mean? You can't get that price. What's the point? So like, you know, if we're given a seed price of 5 cents and then it launches like 4 months later and the price is like 14 cents, if I made a post, I was like, guys, I did this through paid launchpad. My price is 5 cents. I'm going to hold into the bull market. I can only guess where it can go, where Bitcoin's 80K, but I'm just being completely honest with you. So that's why these places, they won't, a lot of them, they won't talk to me. These big up projects, friends, they won't talk to anybody like me or you guys at all. They want people who can actually grift for them, like actual proper grifting, get you onto the big channels and stuff. It's a dirty freaking industry. It's so freaking dirty. Okay, now, this is the lottery part of your portfolio. The good part is you've been accumulating bags in strong core coins. You don't have to participate in that. But I'm just, you look how big SHIB went in the last cycle. Look how big some like absolute filthy trash went. Like I think you're shooting yourself in the foot by saying, I'm never going to participate in any of them. I really do think that's why we do a wise approach. Okay. You leave your strong core coins there. I know a lot of you are DCA, right? DCAing your wage every week. You know, a lot of people, let's say you earn like 1,500 a week. Some people put in like 300 a week into crypto. Hey, you might say to yourself, okay, from here on, everything I save, they're for punts. Okay. Every week is a spin. You might say that, right? And it's a tough game to do as well because there's going to be spins that just don't work out. Okay. So this is our edge. This is our competitive edge. Other people will do leverage trading. Don't do that. Other people do these other grifting. I mean, it even broke my heart. They were nice. There's the nice guys out there, but you end up finding out they made all their money by approaching projects. And then like these are the guys talking on stream themselves. They're saying, well, I approached projects and then they gave me heaps of ICO access because these guys are like a fund and I got access to like, 50 ICOs and I just dumped on everybody, Now they don't say I dumped on everyone, but of course they did. They say, well, that's how I made all my money. I got ICO access. I was doing research for like the random funds and stuff I found out there. And then part of the deal is they would give me entries to their ICO access and then we'll just dump it. And it broke my heart because I was like, man, everyone's that's how they all make their money. I'm like, is there nobody left who did it like with us, as in public markets, buying in the depression and stuff? Nah, because they don't have the balls. But you know what? It makes sense now because I always wondered, I'm like, how are these people rich? But these are the same people who can't stand FUD. Like if there's any FUD, they lose their minds. I'm like, how did you guys all make it? And now it makes sense. It's because they didn't make it the same way me and you did. They didn't make it through public markets. They made it by weaving their way in. And, here's the thing. You speak to other influencers, they're going to tell me and you, no, they offered value. Yeah, shut up, man. What are you talking about value? Okay, value as in what? telling your audience this is the greatest buy of a lifetime when you are on side 10x already and you're dumping 10, 20, 30x, right? Buy of a lifetime, my ass. You can tell, friends, I've got a really sour taste for these scum. They're going to do it again. They're going to do it all over again. But that's why I'm warning you now. Not only are they going to do it again to us, this time it's really going to sting. You know why? It's because of a diminished cycle. That's why it's going to sting, okay? The possibility of that. Because you see back then, maybe there were like, 100 coins that went up. Maybe there's only going to be like 30, right? Like 1/3 of the results, and the gains are going to be divided by 3 again. So that's why I'm here to prepare you and warn you. Like, that's why when I see the scope of crypto, it's different to how everybody else see it. How does everybody else see it? They go, oh, green candles. Going to be those green candles. I don't see that, friends. I see all these influencers on their television sets speaking to millions and millions of crypto people, right? All of us who want to learn and enrich our lives and participate in the game, right? Number go up. I'm seeing them speak, feeding them absolute garbage, lies, poisoning their minds, telling them that this coin is still cheap at 25 cents. It's going to go to like $10 when they're in at 1 cent through angel investing, right? Angel ICO investing. Okay, I see them bang, bang, bang. And then I'm seeing the leverage traders telling people, oh, don't go buy anything besides Bitcoin, but come and do this leverage trade with a 99% failure rate. So I'm just, this messaging, it's brainwashing, okay? It's what the government does. It works. You tell people this over and over and over again, and it works. Unfortunately, everyone's going to get destroyed. But it was kind of rescued in the last cycle because Bitcoin did a 3.5x above its top, okay? What if this time it doesn't? What if this time that high of 69K, what if it pops to 80 and then it's a shortened bull cycle? I'm just telling you, see this, you got to protect yourself with this. Because I know there's junk being filled. I know there's leverage trading being filled. I know all these people getting this altcoin ICO access. They don't let me and you get into it. I'm the only person saying, hey, come and do this with me. If I get wrecked, come and join with me as well. They're not doing any of that. So I know the advantage is always on their side of the park. But I still have faith. We are going to make it, okay? Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button. I'll catch you soon.